Welcome back to Dice Our Media House, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I don't think that I'm the only person that could say that Halo is their favorite first-person shooter franchise of all time. The green armored Master Chief, the epic soundtrack, the feeling that you were actually saving the galaxy. I was hooked the moment that I popped in Halo Combat Evolved in my Xbox, and I have never looked back. And the real magic happened with the sequels. The hype around Halo 2 and 3 was something else. We're talking midnight releases where the parking lot at GameStop looked like a comic book convention, okay? People everywhere. You'd show up with your friends after school, camp out with snacks. The energy in the air was insane. Everybody had their pre-orders locked in. You'd get home as the sun was coming up and play for the entire weekend. You would live in that world for just a few days before you went back to school on Monday, and it was the greatest time of your life. Halo 2's online multiplayer on Xbox Live basically invented my social life back then. And Halo 3, the ending, the campaign, the multiplayer pack drops, it felt like Bungie was speaking directly to us as if they were really listening to their fans, making decisions because they wanted to make their community happy. Because here's the thing, old Bungie was special. They just got it. They knew the story needed to be on point, the visuals needed to be amazing, the combat needed to be top notch, and it was. The weapons had punch, the vehicles handled like a dream, the story actually mattered, you were invested in what happened to Cortana and Master Chief. Bungie created something an entire generation still has in their hearts, and that's the truth. They balanced single-player spectacle with multiplayer that kept you coming back year after year. They built a universe that felt massive, mysterious, and worth caring about. Every cutscene, every piece of lore, every new enemy type, it felt intentional. Bungie treated Halo like it was their baby, and we could feel that passion with every single game release up until Halo Reach. And then 343 Industries took over. Honestly, I can say it is one of the biggest downgrades and the most disappointing downward slopes in video game history from when Bungie stopped making Halo and 343 Industries started making Halo. The magic was gone. The confidence, the swagger, the willingness to take risks and trust the audience. It's just missing. Bungie era Halo made me believe in video games as an art and an entertainment at the highest level. 343 era Halo mostly makes me feel disappointed. And that's truly a tough pill to swallow when it's one of your favorite things in the world, one of your most beloved franchises, something that you grew up with, something that shaped your own creativity and vision as a creator yourself. It's just not the same anymore. And despite all of this backlash and criticism, what 343 Industries has decided to do is remake Halo 1 again. Now, who asked for this? Who said, hey, we really want some new Halo, we'd love for you to remake the first game again? Nobody. But here we are. Let's start with the remakes because honestly, this is what has a lot of nostalgic fans hyped. Although me, I am questionable. I might not be a first day purchase, but we're gonna see. Right now, we already know about the full Unreal Engine 5 ground up remake of the original Combat Evolved. It looks like a proper remake with an upgraded everything, new beginning missions, and a targeted 2026 release. Some leaks even point towards a summer window, which would be perfect timing ahead of the 25th anniversary of Halo. But the big rumor is that we are getting a full trilogy remake, not just the first game, Halo 2 and 3. That would be awesome. We're talking complete single-player campaign remakes in Unreal Engine 5. Modern visuals, updated mechanics including sprinting, better animation. These versions are reportedly campaign only, with multiplayer being saved for bigger things down the line, if ever. Right now, all that they've said is there's no multiplayer on release. That, to me, is a huge mistake, and I don't think I need to explain why, because Halo multiplayer was the single biggest thing and component that made it such a phenomenon back in the day in the early 2000s. LAN parties of Halo Combat Evolved were revolutionary, my brother. I'm talking the funnest you've ever had with the boys, and now we're just going to remake the campaign and not put that in? I'm a little skeptical, I'm going to be completely honest. Now, fans are obviously split. Some love the idea of experiencing these epic campaigns with today's tech. Others are protective of the originals and worry about changes to the formula. Still, it feels like Halo Studios is trying to honor the past while giving new players an easy way in. Now, the big news, leaks have it that Halo 7, the game after Infinite, is actually in active development right now. Community insiders like Rebs Gaming have actually mentioned plans to expand the universe, leaning more into the Endless faction from Infinite rather than rushing back to the Flood.
Yeah, boy.
There's talk of Joe Staten's influence returning in some capacity, and the goal sounds like resetting into a bold new era. I wouldn't expect any of this soon though. We might get an announcement in 2026, or it could be 2027, we really don't know yet. But a full release for the entire trilogy is likely for 2027, maybe even 2028. Alongside that, there's a lot of chatter about separate standalone live service multiplayer Halo games also dropping in 2026. This one's being described as massive and Fortnite scale in comparison, a dedicated home for ongoing multiplayer that could carry out the competitive and social side of the franchise moving forward. And honestly, speaking where we are, let's give credit where credit is due. 343 Industries actually just added a new PvE mode to Halo Infinite, something they haven't done in a very long time. It's called Firefight Gauntlet, a brand new, seriously tough PvE mode. It's wave-based with boss fights, upgradable attributes between rounds, scaling difficulty, and that classic horde survival chaos. Players are calling it one of the most fun and addictive PvE experience Halo's had in a while. If you stepped away from Infinite like I did, this might be the perfect time to jump back in. I did, and I've been having a lot of fun, I can't lie. Overall, it feels like what's now Halo Studios is in a rebuilding phase. They're trying to see what they can do, where they're gonna take the franchise, where we're going next. This has a lot of fans upset, this has a lot of fans confused and worried because, let's be honest, their track record has not been good. Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Infinite were not the best games in the series. By far, they are without a doubt the three least strong games in the series campaign-wise, and as far as nostalgia goes, everyone goes back to the original trilogy and even Reach for what it really means to be Halo. 2026 is shaping up to be a huge year for the 25th anniversary, and for the first time in a while, there's real momentum and hope in the air. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think. Are you ready, Spartans? Are you excited for the new Halo Infinite update? Are you excited for the Halo 7 leaks and rumors? Are you going to buy Halo Campaign Evolved in 2 and 3 if they're released as a trilogy? How long have you been playing Halo? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. I read every comment and I reply to every comment. That's about it for me today, guys. It's a shorter video, but I just want you to know that next time I hear anything, you're going to hear it right here first on Dice Roll Media House. And I'll see you guys next time.